Okay, we are recording. So, good evening and happy Tuesday to everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Dream Nights, and we are excited to have everyone here. I know last week we had a little bit of a snafu where everyone got cut off at 100, but we made sure to increase the capability so we have room for all, for just about all this evening. So, welcome aboard. Tonight's topic is going to be monopolizing transition month. And what does that mean? If you're new to Scentsy, transition month usually happens twice a year, once in the summer and then once in the winter, where we are right now. We are transitioning from one catalog to another. Recently, it changed, the months changed. So, our new transition month is January. And we just want to kind of go over some tips and some suggestions and some ideas to help you so that way you can maximize your PRV. We want you to get paid at title this month. We want to see promotions. Anything is possible this month. We just have to be willing to put in the work. I love the fact that we have multiple SSDs. They're leading this effort because there's not one way to accomplish success. There's multiple ways, and we hope that you can gravitate to, something that one of us says tonight that can help you really make the best out of your January. So, with that being said, I want to welcome our guest speaker tonight. We have Stacey Behringer on. She's a superstar director in Illinois, I believe, the state of Illinois. Kelly Rashaw and I actually went to a retreat with her. That's where I met her with Becca Levi's Makeshift Happen retreat. And she's an amazing person. She's a great friend. And she's really a genius at her craft. So when I messaged her, I really thought that she'd be kind of busy, but she said, yes, I'll help. I would love to help. So she's here with us tonight, and she's going to introduce herself, tell us a little bit about yourself, Stacey, and also, if you don't mind just sharing some of the techniques and tips that you have to transition from one catalog, from the winter catalog, specifically to the spring catalog. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me and asking me. Whenever I get asked a decent amount to speak, and I have to be careful, like kind of protective of my time, I guess. But whenever somebody that is special to me asks, like you, I love to be able to help other people's group. So I appreciate you asking me and inviting me onto the call tonight. There's lots of people here. First of all, I want to say that I'm super proud of everybody that has shown up tonight. Whether you are, I don't know what your rank or anything you are, but you're setting aside time for your business to learn. And that is exactly what it takes to move forward in your business. I have been a consultant for 10 years now, and my journey was not always as amazing as it is now. I didn't have the best leadership and guidance in the beginning of my journey, and I don't blame anything that happened through my journey on them. I just felt like my path could have been quicker if I would have had guidance. Like, I feel like Scentsy now, the community of Scentsy now is so helpful to each other with Zoom and all these people that are willing to share tips and tricks. Like, I just think that you guys showing up tonight just makes a huge step towards bettering your journey and making things progress quicker anyways. So I joined in 2010, and I really just joined for some free Scentsy. I had a Scentsy party that did really well, and I thought, well, these people are going to need more wax. So I joined just so that I could get myself some free wax. At the time, I was a stay-at-home mom of 3. I now have 5 kids. I have twins that are 4 also. So my house is loud and crazy. My husband is also an entrepreneur. He owns his own business too. So we don't live a typical lifestyle. I feel like we both work really hard, but we really enjoy our lives. And I make sure to share that through social media, especially with everybody that follows me. I think that's a big part of why I recruit so much, is because I share how blessed we are because of our businesses, especially Scentsy. So don't be afraid to be vulnerable and share your life with everybody watching you. I don't know if you know Melissa Gratz, but she said something to me just like 2 months ago that totally made so much sense. And so I've been sharing it since. You were literally on a stage when you were on social media. The auditorium is dark and you forget who is watching you, but that room is full of people watching you. Whether you realize it at the time or not, they are watching you. Sometimes it takes 4 years for something to click with them, but you are on stage, the lights are on you, and they are watching you. So be intentful with what you share because it really, truly matters. Like sometimes it takes 4 years for you to say something to click with somebody else. So just keep being who you are, and your people will gravitate towards you because they are waiting and watching and looking for something happy in the world. Like we all know that things in this world right now are insane. Be the light. Be the light for people. They will come to you. You don't have to do anything crazy, say anything crazy. Just be who you are, and your people will come to you. You don't have to cold message people or just like, so often like my group will say, I'm not a good recruiter. I'm like, it's not about recruiting. It honestly isn't. It's just about finding your people and blessing people with the opportunity, but they're not going to connect to you and listen to you until you show them who you are. So use your stage because they're watching you. So the beginning of my Scentsy journey was not amazing. It was, well, okay, the first couple of months were amazing because when you join something new and you're excited, things are great. And you're excited about it, you're paying attention to it, you're putting effort into it, and that all dwindled down. And I almost quit. And I'm not going to go through all of the details, but I sold all of my stuff. I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. And then I ended up recruiting one of my best friends by accident. She texted me and told me she joined. And then I realized this is something that I love and I don't want to quit. So my Scentsy journey just kind of moved on slowly, nothing crazy, nothing exciting. I wasn't earning incentive trips. I wasn't making a ton of money until Scentsy launched an accelerated leadership program. And without going into all those details, all it did was taught me that I can literally do anything that I want to, anything that I believe I can. It taught me that I can do hard things. I had never done hard things in my entire life. Like I wasn't the type of person to earn awards in school, or I played sports, but I wasn't very good at them. And like, I wasn't really good at anything, but I never knew I could be. And that program taught me that even with 5 kids, 2 of them that were not even sitting up yet, I could still sell $2,000 a month in PRV. I could still sponsor 2 new people a month. I could still have 10 parties a month. And it just taught me that no matter what it is, if I truly make myself believe it in my brain, I can do it. So since then, I think I was a director when I did that. I'm a superstar director now. I've earned like 4 top tier incentive trips the last 4 in a row, annual sales, annual mentor, all of those things. And it's what's crazy about it is that it just happens because I'm so passionate about this opportunity and sharing it with other people because guys, it's our duty. We have the biggest blessing right here, and it is our duty to share that with people. And when you change the mindset from I just need to sponsor somebody, or I want to recruit somebody, or I want to grow my business, or I want to promote, to I want to help people. Like I truly want to change people's lives. Like Scentsy has changed everything about everything in my life. It has given me more than just paychecks. I mean, we all know that Scentsy is such a blessing. Like, why would we not want to offer that to people? And if they say no, then that's okay. Like they're just not ready, or it's just not for them, but it's nothing against you. Go change the world with this opportunity. Like we have to. We were given this opportunity to share it with others, and when you change that mindset, it's a complete game changer. Your business will go places that you didn't even know were possible because you were focused on other people. A rising tide lifts all the boats, guys. Like you're going to go up when you grab people's hands and pull them with you. So with all of that being said, we have a new catalog coming. So I don't know about you, but I really feel like, well, 2020 was an amazing year for us, for my family, despite everything that happened. We had huge silver linings, and I'm extremely thankful. Like, even as a company, as Scentsy, like, we worked our tails off in 2020, right? Like, there were times where I was like, oh my gosh, is my business going to survive? Like, people aren't working. Are they going to buy wax? And then, like, the complete opposite happened, and we experienced hyper growth, and we worked hours that I didn't plan on working, and things happened that I didn't would have never expected, but I'm so thankful for. But it freaking wore me out. And it's okay to feel tired right now. Like, if you feel like your fire might not be burning quite as bright as it was a couple of months ago, like, it's okay, because there's a new catalog coming, and there's a reason why we get new catalogs and new products to be excited about, and it's time. So the most important thing that I can tell you for like transition time is be prepared. Okay. We can't go into a brand new catalog with nothing ready. We have to be prepared, because our customers are going to be just as excited as we are. And I'm freaking excited about this catalog. I'm excited about these new scents. They're fresh, they're clean, they're fruity. It's the perfect change that I needed to get excited about my business again. I actually had COVID like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm past the quarantine, but it sucked the entire life out of me. Like, I laid around and I'm like, I wasn't excited about my business. I wasn't excited about. I couldn't even like get off the couch. Like, honestly, I was just like, I've never been that like drained in my entire life. Someone just knocked on my door. But I'm lucky, and I got my sense of smell. Actually, I never fully lost it. So when my testers came in and my catalogs came in, I sniffed them, and it's just groceries, like from CVS, just leave it there. I smelled everything and started putting my catalog packets together for my customers, and it was like a switch. I was so excited, like all over again. And then I used that excitement and share it with my VIP group. Like, my VIP group is my bread and butter. It's my community that I've built of people that have ordered from me. I don't dump people in my VIP group, but I use that VIP group as a community of people that love Scentsy and want to know what's going on with Scentsy. So I tell them about all the stuff that's leaving that I'm sad about. And I tell them all the exciting new things. And I give them the perks of getting samples and cute happy mail. Like, I let them know how excited I am about everything, because that's what sells. When somebody is happy about something or gives a good review on something or is using a product that they love and you trust their opinion, you're going to want to try it. So, like, use your VIP group to build relationships with your customers so they trust you when you say that this new catalog is freaking amazing and they want to see it. Okay. That's where your community is going to be, your group of people that want to know when there's sales. They're going to want to know when something's being discontinued. They're going to listen to you when you educate about Scentsy Club, because they're going to trust you. They're going to know that you're not just trying to get them to join some loyalty program that's going to charge them every month. You have to build a trust relationship with them and then use that group to get them excited about the new catalog. But don't start showing the products too early. And I mean, most of you probably already know that. Guys, we still have, like, I don't even know what the date is anymore, but like over half of a month. Don't count January out. My sales are still rocking this month because there are so many good products that are leaving. And I'm educating the heck out of my customers about Scentsy Club. That is one thing that has really, truly been amazing for my business is Scentsy Club. I have about $2,000 a month in Scentsy Club orders because I educate them and talk about it all the time. Focus on Scentsy Club this month. Go through, look for scents that people are ordering, your customers are ordering that are leaving, and talk to them about Scentsy Club. If you just say Scentsy Club, or you just say, add it to your club, you can get it shipped to you every month, like, that sounds terrible, actually. Like, I hate auto shipments because I always end up paying for something that I don't use, or I forget that it's going to come out of my bank account or whatever it is. But Scentsy Club is different in the fact that you get 10% off at $30, and you get a half off item at $60 plus 10% off. It's free to pause, free to cancel, all of those things. But if you don't talk to your customers about it, and if they don't trust you, they're not going to do it. So focus on it, be intentful, because what you pay attention to will grow. Whether if you're focusing hard on PRV, that's what's going to grow. If you're focusing on Scentsy Club, that's what will grow. What you water will grow. Okay. So use this month to really work hard with Scentsy Club, because it's not just going to help you this month. It's going to help you the next month and the next month and the next month. It's going to get your customers using Scentsy products on a regular basis and not just wax. Like they can start adding, talk to them about how you can add a full tub of washer whiffs to as a half off item and how much they save, or the whiff box, and it gets them using different products. But don't start sharing the entire catalog yet, because you're going to get those sales, whether you get them this month and ruin your, waste the other stuff that people can still be ordering, or you wait until the end of the month or next month. They're gonna order the new stuff. It's too good not to. And if you're excited and you're sharing it, they're gonna want to know. So just focus on now and get prepared. So even just like sitting down with all of my new stuff. So I make these cute little papers to put on the front of my catalogs. So this is my full catalog packet that I mail to my customers. I've sent like 25 of them out to people that have asked for them in my VIP group. I made a posted a picture of them. The bags come from Amazon. You've probably seen me post these. They're on my Pinterest account. I post about them all the time. So anyways, I make this little paper that has like my face on it. I put my face on everything because I want them to associate my face with my brand. Scentsy, Stacy, Scentsy. I want them to just go hand in hand. So my face is on everything, but I tell them what I love most about the new catalog, like which products I love the most, the new diffuser shade, the new mini fan colors, because they're slate and black is like my thing. I just make it super personal. I put my new favorite scents on there, my favorite returning scents also. And I stick this on the front of the catalog so they know where to start if they don't have a place to start. Just kind of make it more personal. And then I put the scratch and sniff stickers in. Like we have to invest in our business if we want people to buy. It's our job. We have to get the smell under their nose. They aren't going to fall. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, Coastal Sunset, I'm putting that in my Scentsy Club. It sounds so amazing. No, like they have to smell it and fall in love with it. So be willing to put in the work now to set up your whole spring season. So these are floating around on Facebook. Christina Stainbrook made these. And then you just buy the stickers. I think they're out of stock right now, but I'm pretty sure they're coming back. I'm seeing some of the comments. These are 8x10 bags that fit a catalog in them. The 8x10 is the only one that would fit lengthwise. I also saw somebody ask where I made this. I just made this on Over. The app Over is my jam. I use it for everything. It's Android and iPhone. And then I just printed it on a piece of paper 4 times, like on one piece of paper, and cut it. So Christina Stainbrook made these. You can put the stickers either on them or you can stick them throughout the catalog, make it fun, make it exciting for your customers. And then Christina also made this scavenger hunt that is all over Facebook. I'm sure your leaders can post it in your group for you or whatever. But this is what I mail my customers. It's fun, it's bright, they can smell the scents and they can see all of the new things. But guys, you cannot mail all of this to somebody and never talk to them again. Like you make a list of who you are mailing these to, because this cost me about $3 to mail, right under $3. Make a list of who you're mailing these to and then follow up with them. Ask them what they love most about the catalog. You don't have to actually say like, hey, what do you want to order from the new catalog? But you can be like, what did you love? Like, what was your favorite scent? Or actually the scavenger hunt, if they fill it out and send you a picture of it, you send them a prize. So you could send them a sample or a scent circle or whatever you want, but it's just another way to make contact with them, to get them actually looking at the catalog instead of just grabbing it and tossing it on the counter or whatever. But the ultimate goal is to get your customers as excited about the new products as you are. Okay, there we go. Get them as excited about the new catalog as you are. Your customers love Scentsy, or they wouldn't be your customers. You'll find your people that want to know what's going on if you utilize your VIP group in the right way, and then you can share all the good stuff. But don't forget about January. Don't count January out. Like, so many times I've heard, oh, January a J month, blah blah blah. Like, no, like my sales are like 2,500 already this month. Like, don't count January out. It's not even close to being over. Guys, there's so many good scents that are leaving and things that are leaving, like Go Mango Counter Clean is leaving, right? Like, I'm sad about that. So I posted about it in my VIP group, and now my customers are sad and they want it, right? So those are my tips I have. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I will try to answer them for you.
Thank you so much. I know I took like a couple of pages of notes. I do follow you. I follow you on Instagram and also on Facebook. I love the tips that you give your customers, your team, and then also how you share your everyday life, how you're using Scentsy yourself. You're not just selling it, but you're actually using it in your day-to-day life. And it definitely makes many of us stop our scroll. So one of the notes that I took in the beginning is what you mentioned about Melissa Grotz and how our social media is our stage. I mean, that's huge. A lot of people do not understand the magnitude that we have on social media. And if you're too shy and you're not willing to share your business or how you use Scentsy in your everyday life, well, then no one's going to watch you. You're going to move on to someone else, to watch them. So that was a really good insight there. I know that we have some other panelists on, and feel free, if you want to unmute yourself, we have time, 5 minutes. If anyone wants to ask a question, Stacy, just unmute yourself and then mute yourself again.
So one thing I've noticed, I've joined at the end of, December is when I joined. And I only made about 2 sales that month and then 3 sales this month. And I got an email about February 1st, those that don't reach 200 get canceled. And I was really concerned about that because I joined basically at end of the year and only had 2 months booked. What does that exactly mean when I get canceled?
Okay, so I'll address that. What I want you to do is, after this call, definitely reach out to your sponsor so that way your sponsor can connect with you and give you some guidance and some tips. I know very quickly that Scentsy has a new guideline where if you are not active 200 PRV in one given month within a 12-month period, then you can get canceled, and it might be that you become a customer, but definitely take that offline with your sponsor so that way they can give you some tips, because we don't want you to go. So thank you for your question. Anyone else have any questions before Stacy goes back to her children and her hubby?
Yes, I have a question.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi. So I got 200 PV for 2 months, and on the workstation it said in a single month, at least during the previous 12-month period, your account will be canceled. Does that mean I'm good or not?
Okay, so I think the person before you just asked the same question, and Ashley Imperial, I think your director should be on here, and I'm going to ask your director to reach out to you to let you know where you stand. So that way they can give you some assistance. What we want to do right now is ask Stacy any questions that she has that regarding what she brought to us tonight regarding the transition month. And we'll make sure that your director gets with you, Ashley, after this call, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I have a question, actually. So I just actually did my first mailers out probably, well, let's get real, they went out yesterday. And I like the notes, and I did take some notes from Stacy too. I actually just barely at my own Scentsy club, so I'll be pushing that a little more. But really, like, what time frame should I take to for the follow-up with those of like what time frame do you think, like that if I shipped them out yesterday, they should have them by Friday, so follow up like Tuesday, you think, next week? Or I do like what kind of time
So I actually just mailed my first round yesterday also, and I will probably wait a little bit, probably about a week or so, maybe a little more, just because I am focusing so much still on this month. But to give them a chance to look at the new catalog and go through it. And plus the mail is so crazy right now. I feel like it takes so much longer to get things.
Right.
But I'll probably wait a week and a half or so and then follow up with them and give me enough time to where they're like, yeah, all right, if they haven't looked at it yet, more time before the end of the month. Or I mean, there's really no set time that you have to do.
Okay. So typically if I just put it in, you know, and follow up like a week before the end of the month, that gives them time to be able to look at it and we can prepare for the jump into the new month, right?
Yes. So basically, it'll definitely, you know, be your discretion, but that's what Stacy was saying is go ahead and get them out, and then, you know, you'll kind of, you know, give it about a week and a half or what have you. The good thing is that they have it in their possession. I would say definitely contact them before, you know, the 1st of February. That way you can book parties or, you know, collect orders and have, you know, those ready in advance as well. So thank you, Teresa, for your question. And Stacy, thank you so much for joining us this evening. The information that you provided is definitely valuable, and I know it's going to help the multitude. We will be uploading this to YouTube so that way we can share it with the rest of our teams, and of course you can share it with yours as well. So thank you for carving out time out of your schedule to be with us. I know that you're a very busy boss lady, so thank you.
No problem. Thanks again for having me. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Stacy. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Kelly Rashaw, my goodness, she is just coming back from an amazing retreat. If any of you are her downline or if you're friends with her on Facebook, I know we were jealous. They had a leadership retreat, I believe in Tennessee, and it was just magnificent. I missed traveling, miss going on those retreats. So I want to say welcome back to Kelly Rashaw, and she's actually going to go over some of her transition tips as well. So Kelly, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
Okay. Hi guys. Last week I did my introduction already. So I'm Kelly Brashaw. I am a superstar director out of Minnesota. And tonight's topic was on transition month. So Stacy already touched on a lot of good things with Scentsy Club, and I can't stress the importance of what she covered because as Teresa just said, I've been out of the office. So what happens when you're out of the office? In my world, you technically don't get paid unless you prepared way ahead of time for the time that you were going to be gone. So I had been working on my Scentsy Club for the past 6 months. In December, I was out of the office for 2 weeks with my family. I take off after our shipping deadline, and I don't come home till the end of the year. I was home a few days, and then I was off again to a leadership retreat. So thank heavens for a wonderful husband. And when I got home, you guys, I got home yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I already had 600 PRV, and I didn't pick up my computer at all. I didn't touch my phone. I didn't check my numbers. I didn't do anything. But I already had that just from having a follow-up system and my Scentsy Club. So I didn't have to lift a finger, and my PRV was already in there for me to get paid a title, which is super, super important if you already didn't realize that. But since Stacy already touched on the Scentsy Club, I'm going to go in. What the hell do you do with your testers? You guys have these testers and you don't know what to do with them because they're going to be expiring. You're going to pull them out of your kit, okay? You should, if you don't already have, your new catalogs. If you have not ordered them, I want you to go get a piece of paper and write it down. You need new catalogs, okay? Because you have to have something to give these people. You have to have new catalogs. Make sure that you order the correct ones. Because it doesn't matter what title you are, you will sometime in your Scentsy journey probably order the wrong ones. I've ordered French, I've ordered Spanish, I've ordered all the things. All the way up even to this year, you guys. I ordered Spanish ones and I didn't beat myself up. I brought them to Mexico and I got rid of them there. But save your money. Make sure you pay attention to your language and your region. If you don't know what that is, then you really need a heart-to-heart with your sponsor. So, sorry. Back to the testers. You're gonna pull these out after you get your new ones in. Okay, you got your new catalogs. You're gonna order the transition set. The full kit is already sold out. I don't know when they're gonna be getting those back in. I think I'm gonna die.
So we should be in the full tester set the 1st of February.
1st of February? Okay, so transition sets are still available. That's really all you guys need. So I won't go spending all money on this new transition set unless you're really, really busy in your business. But I can give you a couple other ideas too, to where you don't just have to do a wax party. You can have an oil party, or you can have a pod party. You can have all these things. You don't need a million testers to have this. You can use your old pods and have a pod party with a mini fan diffuser, put some old pods in there so that they can smell them. Or you can also order from the Scentsy store just one tester for $1. So you might want to just grab the ones that the pods come in. And that's a totally different ballgame. So I don't want to get into that yet. But so you need your testers and your catalogs into this new transition. Again, if you have not ordered them, make sure that you get on that as soon as possible, because you don't want to be behind in the game. And if you did not know, you can add them to a closing party. So if you're closing a $500 plus party and you're having it shipped to you, or even the hostess if they live close, you can save your shipping that way and you don't have to pay double shipping. So make sure that you add yourself as a customer to that party and you order your supplies so you can save on your shipping. So what are some things that I do with my testers? My old testers. I don't know how many of you guys or how long you've been around, but you probably have a bucket of them somewhere. Now I do my team gets together and we do crafts with them. So we've made little Christmas trees and glued them together. We've done, I'm trying to think, I know we did a couple different crafts, but here is one that I love. What is in here? I got 2 testers. These are the older ones that I want to get rid of, and they're just tied with a little bag and some ribbon, right? When you have a Scentsy party, you can do things, bring a friend with you, and I'm going to give you a free gift from Scentsy. You guys, this is a free gift from Scentsy. Scentsy's name's on it. I don't have to say that you're getting a new warmer. I'm saying you're getting a free gift from Scentsy, and I'm getting rid of these old scents. But now you guys are saying, okay, she's giving me her old scents. That's a bunch of crap. But you know what? I don't advertise these as old scents. I advertise these as VIP scents. And if you love this scent, Scentsy gives the opportunity to vote twice a year to bring that scent back. So these are like the magic unicorn that you cannot find anymore. These are valuable, and they are not meant to be sitting in a bucket or a tub somewhere in your closet. We're going to use them, okay? So you bundle these up. Also, maybe you have your first teammate join and they don't have anything. How awesome would it be for you to go get 10 testers out of your bucket with 2 new catalogs and give that to your new teammate so they have a new employee working for them? That is the best employee they can have. So that's something you want to share. Then here's another one. How cute is this one with that same wrap? And it has a little sticker on it. You can't really see it, but it says, be a smarty, book a party, and it has my contact information. Looks like a little Smarty candy, super cute. Dollar store. I never spend a lot of money on anything that I do, so just know that I'm like the dollar store queen. So be a smarty, book a party. This is a nice gift for somebody who might want to have a party. They're all old testers, so they get about 7 testers in there. So you can see that that's a gift that they get, and you can advertise that. That's almost like a whole bar of wax that they get in different scents right there. So it's all in how you present it. If you say, hey girl, I'm going to give you a bunch of my old crappy testers, they're not going to think that is very valuable, right? But if you say, girl, I got 8 exclusive scents just for you if you book this party, and I can't even show you what's in them. So I covered up all the names of the scents, so it's a surprise when they open it, and then they want it, okay? Next thing, I'm looking all over my desk. Oh, these little babies. Who remembers these little tiny testers? These work in the new testers too. So this is a baby tester, and this is our new tester, so you guys can see like the difference in the size. I'm trying to find something to use for contrast. So the little testers, if you use a 1-inch label from Avery, I have some right here. Okay, 1-inch labels. You can write on them. I have my phone number, my name, and my website. Okay, I put them right on the front of the tester. And the name of the scent is on the back. Do I care about any of that? Absolutely not. This is strictly advertising. I go and get a strip of magnet tape and I stick a little piece of magnet right here and I put these in my customers' orders because why? Then they're going to stick this on their fridge because it's a magnet. And then all of their friends are going to come over and they're going to be like, oh my God, that's so cute. That's a Scentsy tester. Because usually Scentsy addicts know what a Scentsy tester is. And they say, oh my God, you have a Scentsy girl. And my information is right there. So they don't have to go anywhere to look for it. If they need to order, I'm on their fridge and I got rid of my old tester. Next one, transitions. I don't know about you guys, but I was a vendor show girl. I did all vendor shows. I never had parties. To this date, you guys will never believe me, but I've only had 3 Scentsy home parties, okay? 3 in my life. I've been in the business 9 years, 3 parties. I did bag parties, which I'll show you in a second, and I did vendor shows. I love vendor shows, but you know what? That whole vendor world has, the game changed on me, and I had to adapt. I had to change and go with the flow. So here is another thing that I do, which was kind of similar to Stacy's. But this is something like I just made party packs, which are right here. What's a party pack? Party pack is a bunch of samples that you can send to your online customers. I only send them to the first 10. This thing's filled with all kinds of samples, laundry. I'm trying to think of room sprays, anything you can think of that I have a sample of, I threw in this party pack, as well as my old catalogs that you want to get rid of, because you know what? You're going to be really mad at yourself in 2 weeks if you have a whole pile of catalogs. Get them babies out, get your information on them and put them in your car and get rid of them if you're not putting them in a party pack and getting rid of them somewhere else. But then I made these little cute babies, and I will go, any old scent that I have in a sample is going in these right now because it's my last chance to get rid of them. They're going to go to waste because you know what? It's going to be a long time before fall and winter and cedar cider and ice pine come back. So I don't want them in my house. I'm trying to declutter. So anything that's discontinuing, your product sheets, your catalogs, your samples, anything you guys have, your pods, put everything in a pile in the middle of somewhere and know that you have to somehow get rid of that before the end of the month. But vendor shows. This is something that I do. I have a thank you card in there. These little clear mailers can be bought on Amazon. And I put my old testers in there. And here is my spiel when I'm at my vendor show. I usually only put 3 in here too, but this is just for, so you guys can see. So I put 3 of them in there with my thank you card. And when I'm selling you something, I'm going to say to you, hey, would you like free samples? And I'm handing it to you, right? Would you like free samples for 3 months? And you can touch this and feel this and you don't think that I'm a scammer and you're going to say yes. Okay, awesome. I hand this to you. I tell you what this is. This is a tester. These are 3 different scents for you to use. These are samples. You take the lid off, you put them upside down in your warmer, and you have a brand new scent fragrance. Then you throw this little plastic piece away. Now, while I'm explaining all this, I'm also handing them a piece of paper that they can fill out. Here you go. Write your information down and your address, and I will be sending you your first sample next week. They're not going to give me a bad address. They're not going to give me any bad information because they want more of these. Now, granted, I'm not sending them more testers, but I'm getting my old testers out the door, but I'm sending them a small sample, usually felt or very thin, instead of something very big. So I think that's all of the little things on my desk. I don't see anything else. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know, and then I will be able to help you. But I was trying to talk really fast so you guys can hear everybody else.
So that was really good, Kelly. I have some notes here, and I love the fact that you're not just tossing your testers away, especially a little candy wrapper that you have, knowing what's inside of it. And here's the thing too, is those scent testers, if you put them like in a mini warmer and turn them upside down, it'll melt the wax, and it becomes a sample. So in other words, it's just another form of a sample. It's just, you don't have to cut it. You don't have to melt it. It's already there. It's labeled for you. As Kelly mentioned, you know, with Scentsy Club, you can get some of those scent testers out, like Cozy Cardigan. I love me some Cozy Cardigan. I just fell in love with this in. And but that's a tester that you can give to a customer among all of them to say, hey, if you love it, you know, then this is an opportunity to tell them about all the perks of Scentsy Club. So I love that because I have a couple of baskets up here in my closet, and I know I need to get rid of some of those. So if anyone has any questions, definitely drop them here in the chat, because we're monitoring the chat. But that was some good stuff, Kelly. See, I knew you were going to come back refreshed from Tennessee. I think it's that roller coaster ride. The roller coaster ride was insane. Okay, so Emily Goodneck, she is in Canada, eh? Emily, if you would like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself to everybody, we would love to know some of your transition tips. And then Dorothy is here in Texas with me, if you could be ready to follow up after Emily. But if there's something that hasn't been shared yet that you actually do to prepare yourself for the next month in transition, and then what are you doing also this month to make sure that the new catalog doesn't impact your sales for this month as well? And I don't recognize you, Emily. You look like a whole different person.
Yeah. COVID impacted a lot, but one thing I wasn't going to let it take from me was my health. So I've actually lost almost 50 pounds since the pandemic started. I walk 5K a day. I've changed the way I view nutrition, everything. So thank you. I didn't get an opportunity. Are you guys hearing feedback? I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. Are you guys hearing that too? Not sure what's causing that. That is going to drive me nuts. Hang on. See if I can fix that. I don't hear it now. Do you guys still hear it? Okay, great. So I was on last week, but I only caught the very tail end because we did have a cap. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Emily Goodnet. I am a superstar director out of Ontario, Canada. I haven't always been in Ontario, Canada. In fact, my husband is American, and I started my business as a US consultant when we were stationed in Fort Drum, New York. If there's any military family out there who are doing Scentsy, go ahead and say hi or drop a flag in the comments. Thank you for your service. So after we left New York, I built most of my business in Colorado. We lived in Colorado for 5 years. And that's where I really exploded. I went from star consultant to superstar director. And then after I left Colorado, we spent a year in Texas, didn't like it in Texas, and then decided to come back to Canada where I am from. And we've been here ever since. So been with Scentsy for 9.5 years. I met Teresa on an incentive trip. I believe it was her first one. I might be wrong. I think it was. In 2016, we went to Cyprus. That was actually the first year you could earn Disney. But unfortunately, just like this past one, it was not easy to earn. So I only ended up earning for one that time. And because the buy-in for my family at the time was just not conducive to our budget, I opted to choose Cyprus. And I'm glad I did, because I made a lifelong friend in Teresa. I grew closer to Kelly. And it was a fantastic time. So anyways, from there, Kelly covered a lot. Stacy covered a lot. I'm drawing clueless on names, but I'll share with you a couple of things I do. So much like they said, get rid of your old catalogs, pool everything in the middle of the house, figure out what you want to do. Kelly had great ideas about what to do with your testers. I've got nothing to add there because that's exactly what I would do. Throw them in customer order bags as you're going out the door. One thing I will add about the testers is that oftentimes a lot of our fragrances fall along the same lines as new ones we bring out. So even if you give one away, chances are if they're saying, oh, I love this, how can I get more? You can probably introduce them to something new or something that is current. And then of course, encourage club and everything that goes along with that. But something I actually just did, because I got my stickers in, was I had a different card. I'm not sure who created this one, but I just found it on the director share page. But it's basically the same thing. And I will say, don't underestimate the power of these stickers. Last year was the first year I decided to do stickers because I have a VIP mail program and I have over 160 customers on average that get my mailers every single month. There's just absolutely no way that I can mail felt samples of every single new wax release fragrance that's come out. So stickers are really the best way to to do that. It's not the same kind of experience, not like they can melt this, but the stickers are huge. I realize that we're in a little bit of a predicament because they have sold out, but they won't be sold out forever. So just make a note, make sure that you come back to it, remember to get them ordered, and order what you can. Even if you can't order some of the new release ones, you can, there are still stickers available. So grab a couple for now, use them as placeholders if you must until, you know, February rolls around, they restock and you can get the new ones out. Or if you opt to do one of the new season sales kits that are coming out, I do encourage you guys to at least get the new release ones, because what you can do is you can make felt samples of some of those. You don't have to give every single person every single one, but maybe one or two, pop it in an envelope and go. In speaking to maybe if there's any other Canadians on this call or who will watch the recording, one struggle that I have is shipping. It is just not feasible for me to mail things in Canada. To mail a package, even across Canada, is almost $9. So I see these beautiful packages that you guys come up with that you mail through USPS or Pirate Ship, and it's like $3.50 to mail to a customer. I just don't have that luxury. I mean, I pay $1.50 to mail this, and it's flat. So that just gives you an idea. So everything that I do, I have to keep super flat, super light as possible to get there. So I always do one of these. I don't even do a regular catalog. I do a product sheet. I got to go on the cheap. You get 50 of these per pad. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's the way they do it now, there's 150 sheets total. So I trifold these with these. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll print on a Post-it and just say, if you contact me with like highlight your favorites. So this is great because you can actually, every single fragrance that is coming out is over here. So if they like one of these, they can highlight it on their sheet, they can circle it up. If they send me a selfie or they send me a picture of this sheet, I'll enter them in to win a door prize, just so I know they got it and I know that they took the time to look over the information and smell what scents they have. And then it gives me an opportunity to say, how can we get some of that stuff for free and half price? So the earlier you get it out, the sooner they get it, which means the sooner they look at it, and then they can get back to you so that you can kind of open the door for some of those parties. And with the testers, like I said, the testers don't have to, you don't have to do a lot with the testers, even if you don't buy a ton of them, even one set, you just have them revolving on a weekly basis. So if they, you know, somebody claims the first week, you move on to the next. And that kind of shows that you're busy and it's desirable, and it might spur a conversation about joining, because if they don't want to have to wait for the testers, they could always just become a consultant and not have to wait on you. So that's kind of another opportunity there. I don't want to take up too much time because I know that Dorothy's coming after me, but one thing I decided to do differently, I'm doing these little packs. Again, trying to keep them as flat as I can, but in here I've got a thank you card, a scent circle, a chocolate loonie, to go with my recruiting flyer, a scent warmer of the month brochure with the felt sample. And then what I do is these are actually going out to anybody who purchased from me in the previous month. So everybody that purchased from me in December is getting one of these. And of course that will include one of these sticker sheets. So it's just my way of kind of changing things up. My other mailer was getting kind of stale. I was mailing mailers for 3 months following a purchase. So in order to save time and resources, I decided to kind of try this out. So I can't tell you exactly how that's going to work, but I will say these are a game changer. I had 2 ladies that purchased from me at the beginning of last year. And when the fall winter catalog came out, I hadn't heard from them since, couldn't reach them, but I woke up one day and noticed that I had received 2 online orders after they had received these. And they said, I am so glad that you sent this. It's so hard to order without being able to smell it. But these stickers do the trick. So once they had received it, they had a chance to smell it. They looked over some of the information. They just went right to my website and placed an order. So don't underestimate that. You can do things on the cheap. And these are just some of the things I do. So I hope you found something helpful there. But thank you.
Thank you, Emily. That was really good stuff. You and Kelly are bringing in the magic here. And I want to just kind of piggyback and let everyone know that there is an update on some of the supplies. So if you're interested in getting testers, you can get the transition set tester kit now. And I believe it's on sale as well. So now is definitely the time to get a set or more. If you're looking for the full set is every scent that's going to be in the catalog in the spring and summer. That's going to be available on February the 1st and beyond. Then what else was it? Okay, some of you all are looking for the agenda. Scentsy makes a really incredible agenda where you can, document your days and stuff. That's sold out for the year. But it's so popular. And we had a huge influx in consultants, which is a good problem to have, right? And forecasting the agenda books just didn't quite happen very well. The stickers, the original order was placed before our hypergrowth, and so additional stickers will be arriving February 2021. So definitely be on the lookout on your workstation, Scentsy Success Store tab. Here's the deal. In the past, when the stickers kind of came back, because of a popularity, they kind of come, they go, they come and they go. So if you really want stickers, make sure that you're, paying attention to that. And I love what Emily said, do not underestimate the power of stickers. So thank you, Emily. All right, Dorothy, she's here in Texas. Can you share, I know that we've shared a lot, but is there something that hasn't been shared that you think would be a good tip for everyone to know as far as transitioning catalogs?
I had a lot of notes, and almost everyone has shared a lot of the similar things I do. I had some stuff ready too, because I also just got back from vacation. But before I left, I did the same, the mail outs, and I did something to let everyone know that the bars were on sale this month. It's kind of the same thing with a felt sample. I add a little confetti to it, just kind of make it look fun. But that went out to all my customers before I went on vacation. And when I was gone on vacation, I had orders. A lot of my customers are local, so they're texting me and things like that. So it was nice to already have orders whenever I came back. So that's one but I know that everyone had shared that also. And I also had a flyer in there about Scentsy Club. And so I'm excited to say that, I had more Scentsy Club subscribers whenever I was gone. So I think there's about 8 total so far. So to me that's good. And one thing is that I want to remind everyone is don't share too much of the new catalog too soon. I just kind of like, cringe whenever I see that, because I see so many, trying to get active this month and, trying to look for ways or different ideas to get PRV this month, which is great, but don't share too much from the new catalog just yet. And so I brought that up because I would suggest to have maybe a last chance, first glance party, or even some sort of events or posts and things like that leading up to the end of the month. So start that now, and then towards the end of the month, and show that first glance or whatever. And that can be even done in your VIP group as well. So it doesn't have to just be a party. You can make it your own party, since there's so many restrictions we all have right now going on. But I've been doing that. I've been showing, the last chance, and then people get excited or, get, like, oh my gosh, I need that now. It's going away. What? And stuff like that. So, that's another way to hype up to get sales before February.
So that's really good. And do you mind showing us? I love your postcards. If you could just show your postcards. I saw one that said 6 bars for $27, and then also becoming part of our family too.
Yeah. This is just something I sent it to Walgreens. I think someone had shared this image, I think in the What Did You Share group. And so I sent it to Walgreens and just had a bunch of them printed out on a 4x4.
I really love that. There's so many flyers that are out there, and they're amazing. If you're a flyer maker, we love you.
Yes.
The flyer that I really like is that one, because it shows that a 6-pack of bars are $27. And then it also breaks it down and says you can get your bars as low as $4.50. Do you see the difference between, hey guys, we're having a 10% off sale? Some people are like, well, who cares? Well, when you see that the bars are normally $6 and they're now $4.50, that takes over a 10%, little banner. So thank you for sharing that.
Definitely.
Yes, another postcard too says, Dorothy's not forgetting about the joint opportunity. Oh goodness, we only have about 6 minutes left. Debbie Pitts Palmer, if you want to take 2 of those, because I know that you're a sponsoring queen. How are you sponsoring coming off of the Christmas break? I know you already have new team members, and your group as a whole has over like 20 new team members. Can you share for the next couple of minutes about how you all are recruiting this month in January?
Okay, hi guys. we focus a whole lot on the $0 joint option. And this is a conversation that we have every day. Every day. I always tell them, look, post a $0 joint option. Don't close a party without a new team member. So seeing it a whole lot, I think they're kind of getting it now. So I think 2 or 3 may have joined today. This is how we're doing this. And I have so many people who are trying to promote. And I am so passionate about this $0 joint option. So we speak about it on a regular basis. So this is really, I think I personally have 2 people who's joined. I think I have about 10 links out there. And a lot of the team members have several links. And you know what's so good about this? The new team members have links. So it doesn't have to be a seasoned person. It can be a brand new team member, because if they're earning those kits, it's easy for them to share with the other person that they're bringing in because they've already done it.
Absolutely. So thank you for sharing that. I mean, I'm watching you all, and just I always admire the recruiting and sponsoring initiative that you and your team has. And when you talk about the $0 join opportunity, we're talking about hostess flipping, party flipping, and it could be on 2 fronts. You can have someone who's legitimately doing a party and you offer the join opportunity. If they have a $500 party, then their kit to join is $0. We want to shy away from the word free just because we have regulations that we need to follow. It's never a free kit. Somebody earned that kit. So, and that kit costs money, even if it's $0, right? So whenever you're offering that join opportunity, even if you are putting in an order, never close an order yourself without offering the join opportunity. And it could be $0 all the way up to $39 for that, discounted kit. So this is the month. The more individuals that your group and your team gets to join your team, the more magnificent your February is going to be. Because the more individuals that you have, they're going to be gung-ho, ready for shooting star, ready for sensational start, bringing in a new catalog. It's really magnificent. So I know I always try to focus on making sure I never end a transition month without new team members that I can mentor the following month. So thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing that. We are getting ready to close because guess what? We have PRV to earn, and we have joint opportunities to offer everyone. I want to tell you, I know that there's some of you that either received these in your kit or like me, you went out and bought these. This is what I have left over. And sometimes I hear people say, well, what do you do with leftover catalogs? Do you just toss them? Some people say shred them. And I'm like, ooh, the thought of shredding them just gives me goosebumps, chills, because I'm like, you're shredding money. This is money going down the drain. And if you want to shred something, shred your bills, shred junk mail. Don't shred this, because even if I go to a doctor's appointment, let's say that I don't get rid of all of them this month. My goal is to, but let's say that I don't. This is going to the doctor's office with me. And 9 times out of 10, people are going to have my information. They're going to have a catalog to read. A lot of the items are still carrying over, so they might order, whatever, 6 bars, and one may not be available. And then I have this new connection. So try not to shred these. If you have to, okay, but try not to. Also, if you have a team member that's returning, let's say they used to be a consultant. I have some in my group that's returning. I want to bless them with these because I don't want these to go in the trash, you guys. So I want to bless them with some of these catalogs so that way they can give to their coworkers as well. Oh, I thought I was on mute. I'm not. Okay. And then there's also, we talked about catalogs and product lists, but also remember that we have showcase brochures as well. So these are left over from a fundraiser. So I have a big challenge right now to make sure I get all these out. I'm going to be getting some customer mailers out. Every single customer mail that goes out this year in 2021 will be going out with a join postcard. Again, you can have these printed on Vistaprint. It has a little cartoon caricature on mine, and it has the 10 reasons why they should join my team, and also has my website, my name, and all the things. But if one thing you'll notice with everyone that's shown their material tonight, it has their picture on there. There's a reason for that. Scentsy is a big household name, and it could be, attached to 260,000 consultants. I don't know how many we have. You want to make sure that your information, your picture, your name is branded with Scentsy, with your stuff that's going out. Okay. The other thing, and I'll leave you with this, is just posting a flyer is not enough. Just going to the Make Sense Flyer group or Graphic Chicks or what have you and posting what they have, it's not enough. There's some of you out there that's like, hey, I'm doing, this, I'm sharing, but I'm getting crickets. No one's responding. Okay, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change. If you're a new consultant, all these magnificent things that we showed you tonight, you don't have to do all the things, but you do have to do something. It doesn't cost a dime to go live. If you're like me, I talk too much. So I went to the good old Dollar General, and this is really cute because it has gray sand in it. And it only costs $5. If you're like me, I keep my price tags on stuff. I don't know why. Anyway, I have this going when I go live. So that way, as the sand is going down, I know how much time I have, and I'm not about to be going live for 5 hours. I've got 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes to share. And what happens with social media on Instagram or Facebook, your live communication, teaching your audience, your customers about Scentsy Club, you can go live, 2 or 3 times a week if you want, and just share, the specials that we have going on right now. And social media, Facebook loves stories, and also they love live videos. So if you're shy, if you don't like how you look and all the other things, we are encouraging you to kick those fears to the curb and allow yourself to dream big. Do something differently so that way you can get different results. So we're at the top of the hour. I can tell you that this is our second dream night, and I'm so excited because I'm left with so many notes. Stacy Behringer was amazing. Kelly coming right behind her was fantastic, and Emily and Debbie and Dorothy. I cannot wait to do this again next week. So be on the lookout for the recording. If you're on here and you have a team and your team member wasn't on here live, encourage them to watch the recording, because we're doing this to help everybody, to reach as many of our team members as possible. You heard Stacy say that she didn't have support in the beginning. Neither did I. My sponsor signed me up and moved, and I never heard from her again. But look where I am now. I'm not placing any blame. You network, and this is a form of networking on these Zoom calls. Also home office has training as well. So don't sell yourself short. Make sure that you don't keep all these good nuggets to yourself as well. If you're driving to work, that radio station is not going to put money in your pockets. You can listen to this, pay attention to the road, but you can listen to training, and that training is going to help you earn some PRV. So make sure what you're doing is an IPA. We call it an IPA, an income producing activity. So thank you all for joining us live. You're here. You have to show up to go up, and make sure that you sign up for World Tour. The deadline is quickly approaching, and we want to make sure that if you had a great time tonight, you're going to have an even greater time at World Tour, networking with all consultants in home office. So thank you, ladies. Thank you to our panelists, all the SSDs that joined us tonight. And we will dream again next week. All right.
Don't forget to sign up for Scentsy Club, because it ships on the 15th.
Yes. Thank you. And give yourself a challenge. If you don't have any activity in the club, challenge yourself this month to get at least one club member. All right. So thank you, Kelly, for that tip. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
What is the YouTube channel?
You said YouTube channel?
Yeah, where do we find it on YouTube when you post it to YouTube?
Who's your director that's on here?
Amanda Aiden.
Amanda Aiden? Oh, okay, perfect. So I'm going to send it, make sure that I get it sent over to Amanda, and also Carol Bishop Hauk, if you're in her group. We'll send that. Yes. So you should have it tonight. I'm going to work on it tonight.
Thank you, Teresa.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for joining, June.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate it. It was wonderful.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Have a great night.
You too.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.